I'm Lucy Dunn. This is my grown-up's guide to makeup. A guide for those who've outgrown their old makeup routine and need some honest advice on what works and what doesn't. So this week I'm taking you through my guide to foundation. So this is all my stuff that I need for foundation. There's quite a lot of stuff here. I wouldn't use all this stuff every day. A lot of the time I will skip steps, but I'm doing the full look today. The first thing you have to do is prime your skin, because primer will make sure that foundation goes on evenly and well and that it stays on. So I've got two here. One's by Murad and it's called Invisible Perfecting Shield. That's got an SPF of 30, and apparently, well, you need SPF when you get a bit older, age spots and stuff like that. It's a good thing to have. I should have started that a lot younger, but I didn't, so anyway, never mind. Start now. This stuff is Bobbi Brown. It's apparently a bestseller. It's vitamin enriched face base. To be honest, I'm not going to say which one is good because it really depends. It really depends on what kind of day I've had. This is a lot more sort of creamy and sort of like moisturising, and is just really good when, you know, those days where you're a little bit tired and hungover and just really tired, you know, your skin's really dry. But it's all about what kind of mood you're in, I think. So one of those, any kind of primer, but primer is good. You need primer. One squirt, and then you put it on all over your face, everywhere, and it just feels gorgeous. So the next thing is concealer. This is Rimmel, and it's really good. A lot of people on YouTube, as I was looking, do concealer, foundation, then highlighter. I just think you just need concealer. I think there's just far too many products in some of these, you know, beauty videos. I think actually just, you know, a one size fits all. I'll use concealer to do under eyes and just a bit around my nose, and also I've got a thing about my jowly bits here, just this bit here. So I'm just gonna give those a go. Again, I looked on YouTube and there was a load of stuff about contouring, and to be honest, I just a little dab here and here I think will just do the job. So I'll dab like that, dab, dab, dab. But one thing I've got is wrinkles here, obviously. Love your wrinkles. So I'll just not go as far as that, because if they'll sit in those wrinkles and you'll just get sort of zebra stripes. So dab, dab, dab. And then also, just a little tip, use it as up here and in the corners. Dab, 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 dab. And then these jowly bits there. The next thing is I'm going to talk to you about my adventures with, they're called beauty blenders. Now, I've looked at these before and gone, what the hell are those? But I gave it a go, and I must say they're amazing. They really do blend. I think they're better than brushes. Trick is to wet them first and then just squeeze off all the water from them. So the next thing is foundation, and this one is Trish McAvoy, and it's Even Skin Water Foundation. So I use this a lot, but sometimes I want something that's a bit heavier and a bit creamier, a bit more of a sort of blanket foundation for evenings. High Street have got some brilliant formulas. It's not about spending lots. Plonk it on here like that, or you can put it on them directly on the sponge, it doesn't matter. And then you literally just dab it on. And what I like about this blender thing is that it properly does blend, which is amazing because that's what it's called. Well, not surprising. With the beauty blender as well, I think it encourages you to put less on, because I was finding with a brush I was sort of troweling on a bit more, and it was getting really heavy. So I'm literally also blending down my neck, just a little bit. That's it. So this stuff is amazing. I thought powder, a bit sort of like, it's a bit old lady. Nothing wrong with that, but you know, you do need something to set your makeup. I used to just put more and more foundation on this bit, just attempting to sort of like mattify it. In the end, you just get a load of wodge on your nose. Powder is really good, and there's some amazing powders. It's not like, you know, that sort of kind of powder that you had when, you know, that smelt really lovely, your granny used to have. That you can get some really amazing powder. This stuff by Becca, you put it on and it feels wet, which is really weird because a wet powder is weird. It's really, really light and even and covers really well. Just pop it on here. It's totally weird, but it's lovely. So I'm just putting it here, but you don't have to put it on the whole of your face, just where you need it. For example, I wouldn't put it on my forehead because it's quite dry. So final step is setting spray. Again, you don't need this, but it's just quite nice to have. And actually, again, I'm a big fan of Urban Decay and their primers and stuff, because it really does sort of like keep things on. Now I'm going to make a face. There we are. And that'll keep it on, which, you know, no brainer really. So that's my grown-ups guide to foundation. In later episodes I'll show you blusher and eyebrows and all of that sort of stuff, but that's what I would do for foundation. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh. Whoops. And then after that, I don't know what I do. I can't remember what I'm doing. Oh yes, okay. It's gonna do it again, isn't it? It's gonna do it again. Right, come on.